Hey guys, and welcome to today's workshop on how to build a world-class coaching team. So what I'll do is I'll start cracking into the presentation, and as people join, they can watch from there. So hopefully you can see this okay. So what we have here is, one of the biggest issues that I have, we recently started what's called a coaches corner, where we brought a lot of coaches together and we asked them the challenges and struggles that they have on an ongoing basis, whether it be a personal training center, whether it be a semi-private training facility, whether it be an osteopathy, whether it be functional medicine, nutrition medicine, and we're trying to find out what the biggest challenges that people have. And time again, and this goes whether it's in Ireland, whether it's in Saudi Arabia, whether it's in New Zealand, whether it's in Hong Kong, building a team, sustaining a team, and having key influential players on your team with the same focus and mission statement that you have in your business is the biggest challenge. So hopefully today we're going to have some nuggets that you guys can take away with you to implement into your practice. So the goal is here how to build a world-class coaching team, and understanding that sometimes we may have very exceptionally knowledgeable coaches, whether it be nutritionists, trainers, osteopaths, but your practical knowledge or your technical knowledge doesn't necessarily lend itself to being someone that's a team player. And in a business, the collaboration, the communication is key. So not only attracting staff that are qualified, licensed, insured, and know their job description and know their job skill set, but also it's communication, it's the collaboration, it's the growth, it's the innovation, it's the autonomy that we're looking to instill and foster a culture of well-being, of growth, of collaborative growth mindset staff. That's what we're looking for. So hopefully today, over the next 30 minutes, we'll get into this content. So what is coaching? So many years ago, I went down the field of maybe going off to focus on being a business coach and helping other trainers. And one of the key things on the certification course that I did was the guy talked about what is a coach, what is a trainer, what is an educator, what is a consultant. And sometimes when we're coaching our clients or we're leading our team, we see a problem and then we automatically come up with a solution. The goal is, from a coaching point of view, if you've ever read Martin Rooney's book on coaching the coach, is that you give examples of situations. Rather than giving someone advice, give them what you've done in a similar situation and ask them what they can learn from that situation. So for example, if a client comes in and you see a client and when your coach is doing a sales interaction or a first consultation, maybe at the end of that you say, okay, how did the consultation go? Did you book them in for session? Did they sign up a package? In a situation like that before, this is what I've done. I got their details. I found out what their reason was, why they came in. If they were referred from somebody, I asked them to maybe do a little bit of training or get them moving in the gym to get them comfortable in the environment. I made sure I showed them around the gym and maybe introduced them to one or two of the staff members. By me doing this in the past, it allowed the potential new client to feel comfortable in the surroundings, to do a bit of movement so they experienced not just a sales pitch, but they did a bit of exercise. They learned about the pricing. They listened to the why of what I wanted why that person turned up in the first place. And by giving that example to one of the coaches, then they can interflect and say, okay, well, what could I do next time? So rather than just saying, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do this? You allow it to be a coaching session where the person themselves realize what they could do differently. So a coach for me is somebody that can assist somebody else achieve a goal or to get to a destination of health or well-being or position in the career that they can't get on their own. But it's not just dictation. It's not just telling them what to do. It's not just procedures all the time. It's maybe explaining in your situation what you would do in that situation and asking them what they could learn from your experience and implement it for themselves. But being a coach to your clients, being a coach to your business and managing your business, but it's the building the staff, because ultimately, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go long, go together. So building a team of like-minded, focused experts, but not only experts in their job, but expert in the team, in the mission, in the goal of the company. That's what true coaching is. And if you can instill this and have a culture of open mindset, growth coaches in your company, that's what's going to make it an enjoyable journey. So people always focus on the destination. But if we can focus on enjoying the journey together, you won't work a day in your life. You'll come into the gym, you'll come into your practice, you'll come into your gym, and you'll enjoy it. And everyone will have that ethos of excellence, of always striving for more. One of the sayings that we have in the ISI is the extra mile is never busy. What else can we do? Asking ourselves the question, was that last session an excellent session? And what can I do to make the next session even better? Could it be music? Is it the decor? Is it the cleanliness of the gym? Is it my attire? Is it how I interacted with that person, how I opened the session, how I closed the session, how I confirmed the contact of that session itself, how I engage with how I engage with the group, if the group setting. If the rehab client, maybe I gave a video or instruction or a podcast or a book recommendation or a stretching sequence that they can do when they leave. But coaching someone is not just educating them, it's not just showing them the exercises, it's not just telling them what to do, it's coaching them so you have a bigger influence on what they do when they leave your facility. So one of the things that I'm actually launching on the 12th of April is a mentorship membership program. So for me, I mean, in this job now over 28 years, and I've made a lot of mistakes. And again, people say, oh, you don't make mistakes, you just learn different ways. That didn't work. But what I've done is I've had the pleasure of working with thousands of coaches, from personal trainers to SSC coaches to nutritionists to rehab therapists to gym owners. And what we're doing is we're going to have a system where we have regular check-ins. You tell me what you're struggling with in your business, and we'll coach you throughout the month. We'll have one-on-one sessions and we'll have group sessions at the end of every month. We'll support you with leading experts. If there's a particular deficiency in your business, we'll link you in with other experts. But the goal is nobody got fit from going to the gym once. Nobody got overweight by only eating one meal. So the ongoing support with a coach, with a mentor, with someone that's going to listen to you, coach you, be your accountability coach, you can bounce ideas off and support you throughout the year. So this is an ongoing program. There'll be one-on-one sessions once a month, and then followed by the end of the month, there'll be a group session addressing additional things. There'll be newsletters, there'll be webinars on a regular basis. So if you're a coach that you're looking to get to the next level of your career, or you may be looking to diversify into another aspect of the business, or you're just looking for someone to help you develop and instill your growth to your company, please let us know. There's going to be a small group of people every month on the mentorship membership program. So what is your dream team? So when we talk about a world-class team, everyone's situation is different. So if you're in a gym in Hong Kong, or you're in a gym in Ireland, or you're in a gym in the UK, the square footage is going to be different. The clientele is going to be different. And then obviously the team has to be different. We all play a similar sport. So if we want to use football or soccer as an analogy, we're all playing the same sport, but the skill sets, the players, the dimensions, the environment is always going to be different. So if you can, visualize what you would love as a dream team. Maybe it's 2, 3, or 4 staff. Maybe it's 10 staff. Maybe it's guys that are experts in knee rehab, or maybe it's guys that are experts in fat loss because that's the nature of your business. Or maybe there's a component where you're doing pre and postnatal. But to have a dream team in your mind, and that aspiration of what you're focusing on will allow you then to decipher the people that you need to bring in, either at that level or the staff you need to bring in and bring up to that level. But knowing what you want, because you cannot give out to a staff member. You can't complain about a staff member. You can't complain about the team you have if you haven't given them instruction, if you haven't done an onboarding process correctly, if you haven't given them roles, education, skilling, the systems that they need to have to be your dream team. And they need to know what they need to aspire to. So full disclosure, manage expectation. This is the role that I have. This is what is expected in the role. This is the touch points that I want you to have with me, your manager or the team leader. But the whole point is knowing what sort of staff you want, knowing the sort of delivery and the processes and the outcomes that this staff needs to deliver will give everyone a clear message. Like on a football team or a rugby team, everyone knows their position, everyone knows their roles in the game, everyone knows the common goal and mission of the team is to score a goal, or it's to not, or defend. So everyone has their job descriptions. Everyone knows what everyone else's job description is. Everyone knows that they're working on a unified one mission forward, that it's not about one person. It's about the team exposure. I listen to a Calm app on a regular basis, and there's a thing called a Daily J. The guy is very, very good. I strongly recommend it. But he talked about exposure or influencers. So your company could be the best company in the world, but if they have one interaction, one wrong email, one angry phone call on the phone, one bad text message, that person is going to have a bad taste in their mouth about your company. So building your team it's not about the process, it's not about the program, it's about the people. So all the people that deal with your company, they're touched upon, or they're dealt with your team. And if your team have a uniformity standard of customer care, of interaction, of feedback, of growth, of language, of clothing, of appearance, it will reflect on your business. So it's crucially important that you build a dream team to align to what your goal is, and instruct, support, educate, coach your team to be the best team possible. And then by highlighting areas of opportunity. Well, this is an area that we may need to improve on. And that's what we're going to talk about now, areas of opportunity and breaking down the involvement and the collaboration of the team members. So roles, positions, and expectations. So it's very challenging when people, I hear this all the time, where gym owners, sometimes they start off as individual coaches, individual S&C guys, or individual therapists, and they try to grow a practice, but the clients always want them, or they want the sessions be taken by this coach or this coach because they're used to that. The problem is you're going to have to relinquish a certain amount of your time, a certain amount of your contact hours with your clients to grow your business. If you want to stay as a person, just one person training people, that's fine, but that's not a business. If you're not making money when you're not coaching people, then you don't really have a business. You're just self-employed. So what we need to do is, as much as we can, we systemize what you do. If you don't have systems, there's a really good book called Systemology. I strongly suggest you check it out. What to do is when you take on an intern, or you take on an additional coach, have that coach follow you. Have that coach go through how you email your clients, how you text message your clients, how you confirm sessions, how you start a session, how you warm them up, how you do the core part of the program, how you cool them down, your interaction, your manners, the music, the setup at the gym, and have that person list down what they've noticed that you've done, and then you guys can work together to systemize and become and generate a standard operating procedure of opening the gym, closing the gym, opening the clinic, closing the clinic, the cleanliness, the management of fees, the taking of monies, the control of stock, wherever it may be. But there has to be roles and there has to be systems. And when there's roles and systems, everybody knows what they need to do. So by knowing that, then you can manage expectations. And then when somebody doesn't perform or doesn't, I don't like the word abide or be compliant with the rules, but if someone isn't performing to their capacity or knowing what their job description is and they continuously refuse to do that, well, then that's someone that maybe not you want to have on the dream team. So by having the clear roles, by having the systems, by people knowing their positions and their role on the team, that's when you can manage your expectations, both from the client point of view, from the coach's point of view, and then from the overall business growth. So now, one of the key things that we say is people say you should have skin in the game. And when you have skin in the game, or you got a share of the company, you're going to be more driven. That is, in some extent, could be true. So when it's your baby and it's your all their eggs in one basket, sometimes you can be a little bit blinded. So what I try to get across to people is, if you micromanage people, they don't feel they have the autonomy to make their own decisions. So the goal is to give confidence, is to give upskilling, is to give advice and coaching to your staff that they're autonomous. They have their own, they're driven themselves. They know their roles and they can, to a certain degree, they can change things. Maybe it's a program, maybe it's a session number, maybe it's a payment system. But by having systems and coaching them and giving them the confidence, it will allow them the autonomy to be self-driven. If you have to drag people all the time, that's going to be relentless for you. It's going to be draining for you. And it's not going to be, a company that grows naturally. When you have driven, growth mindset, supported staff that are coached in a respectful, confident manner, they will have the autonomy to have innovations in maybe corporate wellness or innovations with linking with another company, or maybe gym design or new equipment or new programming or new marketing or whatever it may be. But if you're dragging someone along all the time, that's not someone that is contributing to the growth of the team. So and one of the things people think about is that your gym equipment or your rehab equipment or your nutritional shop is the be all and end all. It's not. Having innovative staff, having those staff that go above and beyond to get the best service possible within the realm of your business model, but having the autonomy for them to be innovative, come up with different ideas, to learn from different people. That's what's going to give you a dream team. But you don't want a team of mini Owens. You don't want a team of mini Adams or whoever it may be. You want a team that has a common goal, has excellence, has driven, has professionalism, but has the ability to grow and develop the business as organically as this industry grows. So one of the things I like to say to people all the time, if you were to give yourself realistically, when a client comes in, where's their body composition, where's their fitness, where's their mobility, if it's a financial goal, if it's a flexibility goal, whatever it is, to self-score yourself. So to look into yourself and say, well, where can I improve? Is it flexibility? Is it number of sessions? Is it, gym equipment? Is it my location of my gym? Self-assess either your fitness, your business, or your team. And when you assess your team, you will then see, excuse me, what areas that you need to improve on. But by having someone reflect themselves, So if you were to say to your current staff, I'm going to give you the scorecard, I want you to self-score yourself on these 5 characteristics. And then the conversation is open. Well, you gave yourself a 5 out of 5 here. So you're saying there's no area of improvement. No, I'm brilliant there. And then you might say to them, well, in this situation, I have done this. Is that a 5 out of 10 or is that a 6 out of 10? And then you have a conversation. But allowing someone self-score themselves allows you to have more of a coaching and more of an impactful, what we call performance review. So this is a quick one that I did up and we use quite regularly. So if someone comes in, you're going to build a team. We look at their technical skill. Are they skilled in the fat loss component? Are they more skilled in hypertrophy? Are they good with groups? Are they good with S&C? And a lot of people, when I see this, they focus on S&C. And the strength and conditioning for athletic development or athletic enhancement, I can appreciate that is a good drive and a good interest and a big interest for a lot of coaches. However, the more and more I deal with coaches, trainers, and fitness experts, they're focused on S&C, but their business is 95% fat loss in general pop. And although it is very advantageous to understand the principles and practices of science-based strength and conditioning parameters, the crossover to the general population isn't one-to-one. There's a certain mix and a certain assessment and delivery and evaluation methods that need to be employed when it comes to general pop. So fat loss programs and hypertrophy programs for general population clients that are doing group training or doing one-to-one training, they're a different age bracket. They have a different injury profile. They have a different nutritional status. They may or may not be taking assisted hormones and so on. So it's important that this technical skill is complementary to your business model, and the overall growth of that aspect isn't, the main focus. You're equaling improvement in the other 4 sections. So second one there is customer care, retention, and client feedback. So I say to clients all the time, or potential coaches coming into the gym, excuse me, how many clients should I have to give you? And the answer is none. To be a growth mindset coach, to be someone that can deliver clients results, they should gravitate towards you. When we have inquiries, walk-ins, and we give a client to a coach, that client should be able to get a lot of referrals from that one client because they get results. So retention in this game is a big indicator of how well the client is listened, how well the coach is listening to the client, how well they're looking after their needs, how they're supporting them from an education point of view, and how they're having the experience when they come to your facility. And the most important feedback to get is from a client. So are you taking feedback from your client? Are you maintaining your client? The current clients that you have, are you going above and beyond with customer care? I know so many coaches that on a technical skill component, I would give them a 1. But on a customer care and feedback and retention standpoint, they're at a 5 because their soft skills are excellent. Their attention to detail is excellent. They do their due diligence all the time. They're very well presented and they're very good from a business point of view. Yes, they can improve their technical component, but again, they know enough to deal with the people they're dealing with. So to get a dream team, we're looking at least 4s on everything. Now, you would say, why on my 4 on everything and a 5? Because I always think there's areas for improvement. I always think there's some component of your business, of your skill set, of your knowledge, of your expertise that you can enhance. And if you're at a 5 out of 5, sometimes people stop focusing on that and that constant improvement. Number 3 is, as a coach and as a team player, are you supporting other members of the team? Just being a sole trainer and just looking after your clients and then leaving the gym, that's not a team player. That's a Mayfainer. That's someone that's just focused on doing their session and getting out. It's the collaboration with the team. It's the communication of what's going on in the gym. It's the education. It's helping people that may be on a 1 on a technical scale that you might train with these guys. You might support them from a feedback point of view, or you might, when you're down or you're high in one area, you might support the staff in another area. And that's a collaborative team, positive environment that everyone is upskilling themselves. Everything is supporting themselves. But having someone that's contributing to the growth of the team, the growth of the company, they're collaborating and they're communicating at a high level. These are the people that we want as team players. And then, unfortunately, in every facility, in every job, there's operational efficiency. So you have to stand to a certain amount of operational procedures, opening, closing, doing sessions, taking fees, tracking sessions, controlling music, doing how you actually use the gym with other trainers there. Maybe it's a warm up or cool down. Maybe it's how you use the equipment, the location of the equipment, the music, the volume, and so on. But there is operating procedures in every facility, and it is pivotal that all members and all clients and staff acknowledge what the systems are, so there's unity, that there's people that aren't giving out about other coaches in the gym. Or I went to see this physio and they spent 50 minutes with me one day and 5 minutes the next day. One person just put the needles into me and left me alone, didn't actually go through any rehab with me. So there's continuity of care throughout your facility. The same way for the restaurant, you want the same standard all the time. It's not really good one day, bad the next day, people won't come back. So when you have operational procedures, it's giving a certain level of standard. It's this amount of time for the session. People arrive on time, finish on time, do their adequate warm-up, do their cool down, music, the cleanliness, the decor, the systems, it all follows. And then all coaches and all team members can perform their duties in a facility at the one time with common respect and safety for the whole gym. And then performance progression. How often do you sit down with your staff and say, how are you performing? Is there any areas we can improve on? And for me, we call them pit stops, where it's up to the staff then, for them, to take time out of their day to pin you down and say, oh, this is going well. However, I see a challenge here, but because of my collaboration, I have two possible solutions. What do you think it is? So don't come with problems, come with challenges and possible solutions, at least two possible solutions. These are the team players you want. Team players that say to you, Owen, this is an area that I think we can improve on, and this is two possible solutions that I have. And that's going to be the growth mindset. That's going to be a team that's constantly evolving and getting better all the time. You as a leader, listen. You as a thought leader, take on the information, instruct your team, be a team player, be a leader, be someone that listens to their staff. Because again, ultimately, your clients and your staff are the people who are going to grow your business, sustain it, and then allow you to oversee things and take things to the next level. And constant progression. So again, maybe give this to your staff or potential staff and say, okay, score yourself from 1 to 5 on each one of these characteristics, and then let's have a communication on what we can do to enhance these areas. Or maybe it's a situation where, okay, maybe your technical skills are poor. Okay, you say, oh, I'm going to maybe take 3 of my staff, and then we're going to book consultations with somebody on strength and conditioning, or they're going to book went on to talk about customer care. But you can't think that you're going to be an expert in everything. And sometimes bringing somebody else in, recommending a book, recommending a podcast, recommending a course to do, can help these people improve. The problem is a lot of courses and books and people online, they're giving out what they think you need. So by having a mentorship system or having a coaching system where you listen to what someone's challenges are, and then you help them build a system specific to their needs set, specific to their location, their team, that's really individual. And that's the whole point of an ongoing membership or an ongoing coaching program, is that it can be delivered towards you. And if something isn't working, you can trial it, you can fix it, you can modify it, and then move on. So key thing here, guys, is implement this if you can, in some facet in your business, and really highlight areas of opportunity. Now, WinFM, if you've seen this before, WinFM, what this means is what's in it for me. So when staff start in your facility, they know that it's going to be maybe your facility or your medical practice or your rehab clinic or your nutritional center. And the issue is it's your name at the door or your company name at the door. And that's okay for time. But for me, strategically, I want to keep the staff. I want to grow the dream team. If you want to think from a football point of view, I want to have the academy player come into the main team, then be the coach of the team, then maybe be the manager of the team, and then maybe be in the boardroom. I want to keep them in the company all the way through. And people will stay in a company when they see progression, when they see a culture of growth, when they see a culture of positivity, when they see a culture of collaboration, when they see a culture of being listened to, being acknowledged, and being, numerated correctly in that manner. So letting your staff know that there is a hierarchy, that there is a ladder, there is a system of you can progress up through the company, that you might start off as a coach, and maybe some of the members see this, you're level 1, 2, or 3 coach. I'm not saying that's good or bad, it depends on the location. But there's progressions that as they improve their competency, as they improve their skill set, as they may develop down a certain avenue, there may be different roles or responsibilities or different facets of the business that they can get involved in. Maybe they get up to a level of doing sessions and you do it on a performance basis, then maybe there's a second location opened, or maybe they're head of online coaching, or they're maybe head of education, or they may be head of customer care. Well, people love to see a progression, and that can be lengthways, that can be up or down, that can be different departments, that can be higher up, that can be financial. But always let people know that the more they invest and the more they perform and the better they collaborate in the team, that the whole company improve. And it's not just them being burnt out, doing the crazy hours, and then they're going to move off to another gym once they hit a certain number of hours. So make sure that there is a ladder, the career ladder for your staff, and they know what it is, so they can enhance themselves and be constantly evolving. Last thing I want to really focus on is being strategic. Sometimes in this business and in this mindset, when you're focused on you're a solo entrepreneur, or you're an entrepreneur, or you work for yourself, is that you're making decisions, you're reacting. And unfortunately, we can be more strategic. So if we have a dream goal, a dream team, a dream for a business, a mission statement for the company, we know where we're aspiring to. And then we can make strategic decisions to align ourselves with having the best people on our team. Excuse me. Some people on the team may not be technically the best coaches, but their customer care, their leadership, their growth, their enthusiasm, their work ethic can be phenomenal. And that's okay too. Sometimes midfield players, backs, forwards, wings, strikers, they all have a certain skill set, but they know their role in the team, and that's okay. So knowing what your goal is from a business point of view, from a customer care point of view, from a growth of the company, think strategically and align yourself with a group of coaches, of experts, of professionals that know what you're about, know what the company's about, that it's not all about you, it's about the growth of the company. But if we can sit back before you make a decision, see how that decision is going to impact the coaches, see how that decision is going to impact the clients, see how that's going to impact the business. That we're not making rash decisions, reacting to stuff, that we do our due diligence, we get as much information as we can, we listen to the stakeholders. Obviously, they're important at the end of the day, but also we're listening to the people that are important, the clients, the coaches, yourself. Maybe bounce off a mentor, which is, again, one of the reasons why we have this mentorship ongoing, that you have that, guide, you have that coach in the corner. You don't always need the coach in the corner, but he's there. He's in your corner for you, looking at your performance and critiquing and supporting you and advising you on your journey. So try to think as strategically as you can. There's a lot of people out there saying, do this program or sign up to this program. It's going to turn it around. It's about what suits you, what suits your business model, and what suits your free time, so you can not only be a business owner, be with your family, do your education, and grow forward. So thinking about what the takeaways are from today. Have your dream team. Maybe reach out and get a mentor, or maybe look into my mentorship membership program on one session a month and one group session at the end of the month, so 2 sessions a month, and then ongoing support during the month, whether it be education, whether it be growing your team, maybe it be business, whatever it may be. Is key takeaways: you may need a mentor in some compartment. Look at your dream team, look at your skill sets, do your self-scorecard, think strategically, develop a career ladder for your staff so they can see a progression. And then, if you can, listen to your staff, listen to your clients, think strategically about what decisions you can make. Do your self-scorecard. Have a dream team in mind. Do your scorecard also on yourself as a leader. Think strategically, make sure that you're implementing these on a regular basis. And if you need a mentor or need a coach in certain aspects, reach out. People, when they get advice and they learn from other people's experiences, it really skyrockets their growth, not only in their business, but also in their free time at home with their family and their kids and so on. So this program is going to be limited to a small number of people. 50% of it is already sold out. We're going to start the first one-to-one coaching session individually, which is recorded for you to review afterwards, on the 12th of April. Then the group session will be the end of the month. And it'll be 2 sessions a month with constant support throughout the month. And again, there'll be newsletters and there'll be very bespoke videos based on the challenges that people have. So if you're interested, guys, you have my email, coach@owenlacey.com. We can jump on a call, explain it in a bit more detail. It's on the website now at the moment, owenlacyeducation.com. You can check it out and see if it's interesting for you. Any more questions, please let me know. It is very specific to you. The whole timeline is there. Intake what you want. A one-to-one session about building a program for you, a coaching session, a group coaching session at the end of the month, and we move forward, bringing you, your team, your goals, and your aspirations into life. So other than that, guys, thank you so much for taking time on Paddy's weekend. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Take care and talk to you soon.